topic of sustainability for economic prosperity. We cannot run an economy on generators. What are you going to do about providing electricity?
Solutions. One is to make a very important point to everyone sitting here today, that Nigeria can never experience industrial revolution without electricity. Electricity, to my mind, is even more important than security at this point. Because if we get our electricity right, we will solve about 70% of our insecurity. Because with electricity gotten right 24 hours in a day, a lot of the people who are constituting bandits, criminals, and terrorists in this country will have a job to do. Having said that, I will immediately go into using energy mixes because we are on the cusp of renewable energy transition in the world. We cannot continue to rely both on dilapidated systems and dilapidated ideas in the electricity sector. That was what led the party of our candidate here to spend $16 billion generating darkness in Nigeria. We cannot continue that. We must use solar energy, wind, tidal energy to generate electricity for Nigeria. We must rebuild our transmission lines, take them away from where they used to be, and give us brand new transmission lines. But most importantly, we must break down the electrical distribution system not to be a national grid. We should have regional grids. We should have grids that serve estates, serve campuses, and ensure that we can retail electricity so that you can grow electricity on your roof and sell it or pull it together to power your own area without coming to Abuja to beg somebody at the National Assembly or the presidency to give you electricity. That is an archaic idea. Because this is very, very important. I hear it all the time. How do we resolve the electricity problem without discussing fundamental solutions to generating electricity? Countries like Morocco, Tunisia, and Egypt, where Governor Peter Obi attended his, you know what I'm talking about. They are all growing electricity to the point that they are supplying Europe electricity. I promise not to talk about other candidates.
Can I ask you a quick comment on what you intend to do about open grazing?
I completely would go for ranching. The reason I would go for ranching is that it's safe, it's secure, it's also a source of generating power.
The question is
biogas.
How?
No.
Because we've seen just a moment, we've seen the attempt of the federal government to try and get states to yield land to herders.
There's a difference between grazing and try to grab land. The federal government is interested in Ruga. They want to grab land. I'm not interested in that. What you're saying is that churches, look, the people that consume the most amount of beef in the country are in the southwest. Yoruba people. They eat any part of, there's no part of cow that they don't eat. Nose, nyash, everything. Why can't they do what Awolowo did in 1956 when he had a grazing place in current Ondo State, Akuna, where they were able to supply beef to the southwest? You don't need anybody to come from Niger to give you beef. But all of them are always playing, lip service to the governor of Ekiti State. Flew cows to Ekiti by first class. One of them escaped at the airport. They didn't know how to catch it. You understand? That is not governance. And if we are still using the old federal government system, then we might as well just keep voting for this guy to continue in office. You are asking me about new ideas. Let me talk about it. Ranching is the solution. Hydroponic ranches, not Ruga or land grabbing. Because part of where Nigeria got to where it is today is the Land Use Act that Obasanjo introduced when he was in power. We haven't solved that, and you want to grab more land instead of allowing modern ideas to give you beef. That's what I'm saying.
Sowore we know.